Welcome aboard, explorers! My name's Claire, and I am an alumni of the Disney College program. This is a part of my Disney with Disabilities series, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to quit the Disney College program. First of all, I want to just go over why you're quitting the Disney College program. If you're quitting because you don't like your job, if you're quitting because, you just didn't think it would be this much work and you don't like it, or if you're just not having a good time in general, then I would urge you to please reconsider. At this point, it is crucial that you go talk to your managers. If you are miserable, go talk to your managers. Sometimes they can find ways to help you have the best experience possible. They really, really want you to have a good time on the college program. And so a lot of times if you just go to them with your concerns, then they'll be able to help you out. For example, if you hate working Heart of House and you've been getting Heart of House shifts for like 3 weeks in a row and you just hate it and you just want guest interaction, go to your managers and tell them that. And they might be able to work something out where they maybe put you in a door greeter position, or something out in front of house where you get to have a lot more guest interaction. So if you're miserable, please reconsider and try talking to your managers. If you're having roommate problems and that's why you want to leave, then I would recommend going to the service center at either Chatham or Vista Way and talking to them about that, because there are ways you can manage a difficult roommate situation, whether it's having a mediator come in and having everyone kind of hash it out and just figure out what the root of the issue is, or whether it gets to a point where you feel like you need to change apartments. That can be arranged, but I would urge you to go and speak to someone. It's very important that you're in communication with your managers for any reason that you might be considering quitting, whether that's, you're just not enjoying yourself, or you're sick, or there's been a family emergency and you need to leave. So, first tip, communicate with your managers, communicate with your leaders. Go to the service center if you're not enjoying your role and you're having a hard time, because they will try to help you. Their job is to make you happy. They want you to have the best time possible on your college program. Also, if you're just not having a good time and you want to quit the program, I would urge you not to. If you want to rejoin the Disney company in the future, you will be a restricted rehire, which means you'll have to go through a review process to apply or be employed by the Disney company in the future. And it's not just with the Disney company. Disney has a lot of overarching companies like ABC, History Channel, ESPN, just a plethora of different companies that you wouldn't even imagine Disney owns, that can be affected by you quitting this program right now. So staying with the program can sometimes be beneficial in the long run. Now, if you do need to quit because of illness or because of family emergency or just something came up, again, talk to your managers. They might be able to arrange some days off for you so you can go and deal with that, with whatever issue you're facing at the time. However, if that's not going to be an option, speaking to your managers is very important. They can make notes in your file to help you, because when you quit, again, you will be a restricted rehire if you don't complete your program fully. So they can make a note in your file that will help you in the rehire process in the future if you wish to return to the company, which is what I did. I spoke to my managers and they made a note in my file of why I had to leave, and that I was in communication with them for long periods of time to give you a more favorable rehire status, and maybe lift the 6-month restriction you have on applying for the program again. Now, the actual process of quitting is fairly simple. So, once you've spoken to your managers about quitting, they might be able to give you a few days off so you can get your things together and get organized before you actually call in and quit. Because once that order to quit goes in, you have 24 hours to leave Disney property, turn in your Blue ID, turn in your costumes. So just make sure that you've spoken with your managers before you call in to actually quit. Now, when you call in, it's a fairly easy process. You just speak with someone, give them your PERNer, which is your permanent ID number for people who aren't cast members yet. So you just give them your PERNer and they'll tell you all the steps you need to take for that. I would recommend before calling in that you have turned in all your costumes. because it's going to be difficult to get back to cast services in Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, wherever you work, to return those costumes in such a short amount of time, especially if you're packing all of your belongings at the same time. Not turning in costume pieces, whether you complete your program fully or you leave early, will result in a restricted rehire status. At that point, it's really just packing your things up. If you live in Disney housing, you will have until 11 a.m. I believe it's 11 a.m. It might be 12. 11 or 12 a.m. the next day, I can't remember which one, to move out. The day you leave, you're going to have to go to the clubhouse if you're living on Disney housing, and you're going to need to turn in your keys, your blue ID, and your housing ID. So you don't get to keep any of it, unfortunately. I do believe your main gate will work for that day, but I mean, I wouldn't try it. I would just go the day before if you want to get that last, like, Wishes show in, or, you know, see Fantasmic one more time. I would definitely do it the day before, while your main gate is definitely still going to be working for you. Before you leave, you need to talk to your roommates about this. I'm a big supporter of open and honest communication. I just think it works best that way. You know, everybody ends up happier that way. But particularly when you're quitting, you need to speak to your roommates, because someone will come either the day you move out or within the next few days or the next week to change the locks and get new keys made for your apartment. So that wraps up my guide on how to quit the Disney College program. Again, I really recommend you try and stick it out if you can. But if for unexpected reasons you can't, then that's how you do it. Alright guys, leave me a comment below in the dungeon with any questions, concerns, queries. Just let me know, and I will do my best to make a video about it. Bye!